Mr. Transformers 96 here. In the video, I'm going to be showing you guys another custom that I did with Transformers. This time I did a kind of custom paint job on the Transformers The Last Knight Optimus Prime Voyager figure. So in the review of this figure that I did mention that I was planning on repainting it, and as you can see I have. So I'm very happy with how this turned out, and you know, the original figure looked great. You know, it was a nice figure as far as its sculpting and things like that. However, the paint was pretty lacking on it. If you remember, it had like some nice silver, but it was kind of like splotches of silver here and there, and then splotches of this like really dark gray, which just didn't, you know, wasn't accurate to the movie and didn't look good because you had such a contrast between those two colors. So what I did was I added a lot of silver. I also added blue and reds, and then a few touches of gold detailing. So yeah, I kind of based it on pictures I saw of the movie, as well as I did look up some other customs on Instagram that people did, and kind of took inspiration from those areas to form my own custom figure here. So going over it in detail so you can get a good look at what I did here. Very nice, and rather easy to do as well, which was nice. As you can see though, the blue that I picked out, I had a lot of trouble with the blue. I bought several different blue colors and they all just didn't look right. I finally went with this metallic blue because I wanted a metallic finish just to give it that shiny look. It is too bright. Like, I know that accuracy wise, it's not dark enough to be accurate to the movie. However, I just really like it. I like the color of it. So although it's not 100% accurate, I think it looks cool. So that's kind of why I did it. Some areas I might have to do some touch-ups on. Particularly in that chest area, there's some issues there, but for the most part, it's all finished. But yeah, I didn't do much with the back. I left the back pretty plain and really nothing changed. You know, I did do the wheels here and things like that, but I left the back pretty much the same, simply because that way in the back you have some of the darker blue so that it doesn't look like it's completely light blue throughout, and also just there was no reason to do all those back panels because I never planned to transform this figure, again, because I have another one coming, and that one I'll transform, you know, and do stuff with that. Moved his arm down so you can get a good look. I left the joints the regular colors just because, you know, that way there was no rubbing on the paint when you articulated him, and his joint colors were all grays, so they fit pretty nicely anyway. As you can see, you can go down. So basically, you know, the blue that was already here, like the legs and everything were already blue, but what I did was I did still paint over them so that it would be the same type of blue that I was using throughout it, and then I also added some blue, like right here there's no blue, and right here there is blue, but I painted it silver, so things like that, just really to make it more movie accurate, and then added these gold details. I already had the gold for my crankcase custom that I just did with Berserker, so that worked out nice that I already had that. And then the biggest issue with it, I would say, is the head sculpt. The paint on the head wasn't accurate. It uses a lot of blue and then just a bit of like silver, which isn't accurate. So, you know, I obviously painted that to give it more of the more silver, which it obviously needs. And then of course I did paint his accessories as well, so as you can see. Yeah, very nice. And then, you know, you can pop them in and out easily. And overall, the figure looks very nice. I'm very happy with how this custom turned out. I had a lot of fun doing it. It was much more intensive than the crankcase / Berserker that I just did. That one, you know, I was just mainly doing details on it and painting a few areas completely. While this one I almost entirely had to paint. The back panels and stuff were the only things I didn't have to paint on it. So for the most part, this one did take quite a while. One thing that I did do on the legs here is that there's these little sections that are in there so that they kind of are just laying against the leg. I just removed them and decided not to put them back because they look better without them on. Also, I did play with the idea of just removing these wheels entirely. He looks really nice without those, so if you want, you can just display him without those to make him more slick. However, he obviously needs them for the transformation. but they're just on ball joints, so you can pop them out really easily. But overall, really like this. I'm very happy to get a movie accurate color schemed Optimus Prime in my collection now, and I think his movie accurate colors are very cool, and I love the way that this has turned out with all very bright metallic colors, looking very cool, and it was extremely fun to do. It was a nice project that I was able to spend a couple days on and really had a lot of fun with it. So there you go. So let me know what you think of this custom that I put together, and thanks so much for watching.